Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome to my channel. My name is Kirsty and I make psychic and spiritual content on this channel, so if that's your thing, come and join us by subscribing down below to join our lovely community. So today we are reading for Beyonce. It has been a hot minute since I read for Beyonce. I think it's been at least a year, if not more, but there is so much going on around Beyonce right now. With the Dubai performance, with all the rumours that are resurfacing, so I thought, what better time than ever. But before I get into the read, I feel really called to speak to the Beehive very quickly. Now, one thing you may not know about me is when I was about 10, 11, 12, I literally was, before the Beehive even existed, I was Beyonce's biggest fan. I'm talking Destiny's Child era, going into Dangerously in Love era. I really was Beyonce's biggest fan. You see this room I'm sitting in, this used to be my bedroom, it's not anymore, but this room was covered in Beyonce pictures. I even had a Beyonce's Wall of Fame. It had every single picture of Beyonce you could ever imagine, and when I say that, I mean it, because at the time, the internet wasn't on and popping like it is now. Like, there were only limited pictures. When new pictures came out, I was printing them and sticking them on my wall. I had a life-size poster of Beyonce on my wall. But when Beyonce got involved with Jay-Z, like soon after, she was with him in the Dangerously in Love album, but when I mean she really, things started to get really serious after that, my love for her really fell apart and it disintegrated, and I fell out of love with her. But I really mean it. She was the first artist I really, really loved. And as a Beehive, if you are part of the Beehive, I want to say this to you. Please do not care more about Beyonce's reputation than her well-being. You're screaming Free Britney, but really and truly, the energy I feel right now, we need to be screaming Free Beyonce, because there is so much sadness and loneliness around her energy field that I feel. So please don't be like, worried and all hyped up about her reputation. Please think about her well-being, because from what I feel, it's not good. So yeah, just a shout out to the Beehive there. If you enjoyed this reading, please do hit a lovely thumbs up, and let's get into it. So, the word that Spirit kept bringing through when I begin to tap into Beyonce's energy is prisoner. And as I tapped in a little bit more, it's like she's a prisoner in her own home. And Spirit have obviously said, she sold her soul for her freedom. And I feel like as life slows down for her and she begins to get older, I feel like that's really starting to catch up with her now. My camera just decided to shut off. I feel like we might get a bit of that in this reading anyway. And I feel like the more you put her on a pedestal, the more you dehumanize her. And at the end of the day, she is a human. And I do feel like dodgy things have gone on around her in her life. I'm not saying she's completely unaccountable for some of the things that I do feel have gone on around her. But I also feel a lot of control around Beyonce, a lot of, limitation, not being able to be free. I really do feel that. And I feel like I said, she's really in this later stage of her life. Well, not later, but you know what I mean, compared to when she was younger. She's really starting to feel the impact of that now. Okay, so let's pull the cards and see what the cards and the energy are saying around Beyonce. We will get into Uncle Ron, because there's weird energy that I pick up around him and around that whole thing. Because I kept saying to Spirit, was Uncle Ron her bodyguard? Did he work with her? What is that situation? And I was getting no, yes, no, yes. And what I've come to feel through the energy is that Uncle Ron didn't work directly with Beyonce. I feel like Uncle Ron worked with an events company or something that worked and put on events a lot of the time for high profile celebrities. I don't feel like he worked directly with Beyonce. He may have been in close proximity to her, he may have walked her to the car, he may have done that kind of thing, but I don't feel like he was up close personal in her business. However, Spirit label him with the term eyewitness, so I do feel like he saw things. He would have been in those events and seen things that happened, and Spirit does give me rituals, and I know that a lot of you find that very, very hard to believe, but listen, I want you to take a minute and just listen to Beyonce's music. Just listen properly. Don't just bop along to the music. Actually listen. There's stuff in there that is clear as day. She's giving it to you right in front of your face. I need a prescription. I want to go higher. Like, that's not drunk in love. We'd be all night. Next thing I remember was our beautiful bodies grinding up. Like, listen. It's there for you. It's not far-fetched. It's not out of reason. It's there. It's in the music, right? But I do feel Uncle Ron is taking it a bit far. I do feel that, you know, it is that kind of do anything for clout energy, I will be honest. I know people want to read into it and read conspiracy, and listen, your girl loves a conspiracy, but I really do feel with Uncle Ron that he's enjoying the attention, and I do feel that he does know things, but I feel like, is he ever going to tell them no? Now, what I do feel is Uncle Ron will stop posting very, very soon, and Spirit is telling me, so we're very energetically connected. It usually takes me a while to get into the cards, because I am predominantly an energy reader. So I work very close, you know, more so with the energy than the cards. But the cards obviously help to confirm the message. But I really feel that Spirit is saying he's waiting for his check. He's waiting for his check, which makes me feel like in a few weeks he will probably be paid off to stop talking. And in a few months you probably won't hear from Uncle Ron again. And he keeps like baiting people with, I'm going to release new information, I'm going to release new information. Now, Jaguar Wright, on the other hand, is someone who will give you the tea. She's going to say it. This guy is holding back, and I feel like he's just enjoying the attention. And Spirit is making me feel like what he knows isn't really anything groundbreaking and isn't really something that people are going to believe. So I feel like he's holding on to this bit of information that he has, which is very, very small, because like I said, he wasn't Beyonce's bodyguard. It doesn't feel like he was. He was possibly at one event that Beyonce was in the room of. And I do feel like dodgy dealings happened in that room, but it's not enough to, like, you know, take Beyonce down in the way he's trying to make it out that it is. Anyway, let's get into the cards for B. So, Beyonce. Okay, Spirit. Whew. Okay, Beyonce. Can I get 7 more cards for Beyonce, please, Spirit? Interesting. You know what? I listened to Renaissance before I turned on this camera because I like to listen to people's music to tap in with their energy if they are a musician. And my goodness, I could only listen to 5 songs. Listen, I'm not a Beyonce fan. I do feel like her music is deeply hypnotic and filled with subliminals and all of that. But Lemonade, Drunk in Love, EXO, amazing songs. I love a lot of those songs. I won't ever listen to them, but I do love them. This Renaissance album is trash. Right. 6 cards. 5 more cards, please, Spirit. And you know what? Beyonce has a certain energy about her. Beyonce has a certain energy about her, okay? And you can feel it in the music. You can actually hear it in Beyonce's music. If you listen to that Renaissance, it's like, does she even want to be there? And it's the same as that Dubai performance. Did she even want to be there? You lot are out here saying that's an amazing performance. No, I'll tell you what's an amazing performance. Her performance at Coachella. That was an amazing performance. Her energy, her zazz. I know she couldn't dance because of her foot or whatever. But, so, that's not what brings stage presence. A lot of you are going to disagree. That's fine. But, yeah. Beyonce, 3 more cards, please, Spirit. 3 more cards for Beyonce. What's going on with Beyonce right now? What's going on with Beyonce right now? What's going on with Beyonce right now? Interesting.
everything that I feel, that I have felt, that I've probably said before in previous Beyonce readings, it's still here. Okay, Beyonce. Oh dear. Alright, final card for Beyonce, please, Spirit. That's everything I knew anyway. Alright, okay. So funny, because one time I read for Jay-Z, and a lot of you were like, he's a billionaire, and how can he have money problems? He's a billionaire. Okay, firstly, how do you know he's a billionaire? Have you seen his bank account? Have you seen Jay-Z's bank account? And just because he's a billionaire, does that mean he can't have money problems? I'd like you to think of some famous people that we know that have had money problems. Michael Jackson, who should probably be one of the richest men in music, had money issues. Like, just because your money issues don't go away when you get more money. Like, it's just more money to deal with. Like, and that's not a negative. It's just like, you just have more money. That doesn't mean you don't have any problems. Now, anyway, let's get into it. So, first two cards, 3 of Wands and 10 of Swords. This really sums up a lot of what I feel around Beyonce. So 3 of Wands is about self-expression, being able to voice your opinion. That ended a long time ago for Beyonce. 10 of Swords. And if you listen to this Renaissance album, I can really feel that. There's no Beyonce in that music. That music is trash. It's trash. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about it, but it's rubbish. And I just feel like she's being heavily, heavily controlled. Like, no, you can't say that. And here's the thing. Beyonce and Jay-Z are a business partnership, right? And they've done very well to portray that. To portray this successful, goal-orientated couple, right? But there's conditions that come with that. And I feel like, you know, they've portrayed it as, oh, we're very private. No, I don't feel that's what it is. I feel that it's just like you can't say what you want to say. You're controlled. And it's ended horribly. The 10 of Swords is about something that ends very dramatically and ends in ruin. And listen, unfortunately, I mean, wands also represent career, desire, passion. Pursuing this career path for Beyonce has had detrimental effects on her life. And that's saying that there's a cost to fame. That's not a joke. Like, there really is a cost. And I feel like Beyonce's mental health, her well-being, her heart, her soul, they're not in a good place. And Spirit just said destroyed. Yeah, it's destroyed. Like, she's a prisoner in her own home. She can't leave her home. She can't just be free, you know? It's all well and good having all that money, but when you can't even do anything with it, what's the point, you know? And that's really what I feel. I just feel so alone. I feel very, very, very alone. And yeah, there's, you know, people like her mother around her, but it's like no one gets me. No one understands me. No one's been through what I've been through. When you reach a certain level of fame in the way that she has, like, no one gets it. No one understands. And it's like, yeah, take a pill to numb the pain. I do feel she takes pills. I feel like she takes prescription pills because I see them in the tube. I feel like Beyonce's probably taken other drugs as well throughout her time because I'm seeing white powders. There is drugs involved here. And it's a coping mechanism for her. And Spirit, oh gosh, Spirit's making me feel like I just want to feel something. They're playing me that song, I don't know who sings it. I just want to feel like a person again. Like, I just want to feel something. And again, they're just throwing out the word there, controlled, controlled, controlled. And it's like her freedom has been taken away in so many ways. So you know at the beginning when I said you're screaming free Britney, but free Beyonce. Like, she's not even like there anymore. It's like she's not, same energy I get with Britney Spears. It's like she's not even in her body anymore. Right, Knight of Wands over the Ace of Cups. I mean, Knight of Wands is about pursuing and moving forward with business ventures, pursuing and moving forward with desires, with passions, with work, and it's above the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is the highest love card you could ever possibly have.
It's always been work. Work first, business first, career first. No, we don't need love. Like, you know, that's really what I feel. It's a sad energy. It's a sad energy. And you know what? I really do feel that in Beyonce's later years, or even when she passes, and, you know, it's always when someone passes that the truth starts to come out, isn't it? And we do start to see the biopics and the documentaries, and people do start talking. That's when you'll hear the truth of how sad her life actually has been for the cost of fame, and how work came above love in all areas of Beyonce's life. In her marriage, in her, like, family life with her father, like, all of it. It's always been work over love. Yeah, I love you, but let's get back to business. Now, when it comes to her marriage, which I really do feel that these cards represent, it is work. It's a business partnership. This isn't a love marriage. This is very much a loveless marriage. I don't even feel, and I feel like I picked this up before, but I don't even feel like Jay-Z is in that house. I don't feel like Jay-Z lives in that home. I feel a lot of loneliness. I feel like they meet up. And Beyonce, I really feel like loves, she actually loves to go to, like, parties and events and get dressed up and like that, because it's like the one time she gets to be around people and mingle with people and socialise, right? But there is anxiety, I feel, that comes with that for her, because she doesn't do it very often, right? And that's where the drugs come in, you know, for the confidence. I feel like she takes drugs when she performs. I feel like the drugs is definitely a confidence boost for her. And I feel like Jay-Z is absolutely fine with that. There's just like a real lack of care and negligence on his behalf for his wife. He really does treat it like a business venture. I really do feel. And it's sad. It's sad. It's business over love, always. You know? Always. I mean, what more can you say on that? Now, here as we tap into the Page of Cups and the Three of Cups, I really feel Jay-Z's energy here. Okay? He is very immature emotionally. When it comes to love and emotions, he is completely immature. And he shows up because of that as the Page of Cups. And now here we have the Three of Cups. And usually, traditionally, this card would mean like celebration, growth, all of that. I don't feel that's what it means in this reading. From the moment I picked up and tapped into their energy field, I picked up that he's still messing with other women. That's the third cup. Two of Cups is an equal love commitment, right? It's a love commitment for two people, a partnership. I feel that this extra third cup represents women that he's still messing with. And you know what? Beyonce is okay with it. Beyonce feels like she cannot leave this marriage. I almost feel like she's in a contract. Not just a marriage contract, but like a business contract. Like, you cannot leave. Don't even think about leaving. Just don't do it. And then, you know, the final cards really just sum up everything I've already picked up on in previous readings, which is that the money situation isn't good. Tell me this. This billionaire rapper who, you know, is apparently this multi-millionaire mogul or whatever. Why is his wife still going on tour? And you'll say, she loves the music. Yeah, okay. Sure. Eight of Pentacles is about a money opportunity. Six of Pentacles is about giving money. I mean, what more do you want me to say? Beyonce is the money opportunity. In her marriage, in her family situation, she is the money. It's that Britney Spears energy. You know, Beyonce just doesn't have the conservatorship because it's never been needed. When she married Jay-Z, I really do feel that there was a contract there, like, I will control the money. What you make goes into my account. And that's it. And it was like a business deal. He was able to boost her fame. She was able to give him the money. And I feel like, you know, she is the money opportunity. Six of Pentacles, she gives her money away. And that's how he is a multi-millionaire mogul, you know? Jay-Z's cutthroat. And I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, but he just is. Okay. A lot of you want to know about this Illuminati stuff. Do I feel that they're a part of it? Yes. Let's pull some cards. Can you show us Jay-Z and Beyonce's connection to the Illuminati?
Can you show me Jay-Z and Beyonce's connection to the Illuminati, please, Spirit? I mean, I don't really need to see anything other than that. They're very much in it. This card is about being victim to a situation. Now, as this is Beyonce's reading, I am going to say this is very much her energy. This card is about feeling trapped, victimized, stuck in something. In the original Rider-Waite deck, this card is pictured as a woman. She's got a blindfold across her eyes and like swords across her body. And, you know, I feel like she's very indoctrined. She's very indoctrined into this way of living. I feel like she's very much a part of this high elite system. I do feel that rituals take place. I do feel that people are sacrificed. And, you know, that might sound very, very far-fetched to a lot of you because that's not the lives that we lead as normal people. Does that mean it doesn't happen? No. Now listen, my camera keeps cutting out on me. So, some of you wanted to ask questions over on the Instagram community page for Beyonce and this reading. Can we just look at, like, I know Beyonce just won the Grammys, she's broken records, and can we just look at the interaction between her and Jay-Z when she won that record? She's like, do I hug you, do I not? Just sums up everything I already said. So let me find the questions that you wanted answered. Okay, so someone said, and I always say someone because I don't know if you want your names read out even though it is public on the community page, but anyway, there's a bodyguard that recently came out saying Jay-Z's got Beyonce on drugs. Is this true or false? And will there be visuals for Act 2 and Act 3 for the Renaissance album? Okay, so has Jay-Z got Beyonce on drugs? I mean, I already answered that. I feel like that's probably what he saw at the events. Yeah, I mean, here we go, the Hermit. This is Beyonce's whole energy. Like, trapped in the tower. Like, come rescue me, someone, please. Yes, Beyonce is very much on drugs. I don't know if Jay-Z's feeding them to her, but he's definitely aware of it and is definitely not batting an eyelid about it. Listen, if you're an energy reader, just please go and watch that moment where Beyonce breaks the record for the Grammys, stands up, looks to her husband for approval, and receives literally a clap from her husband. No hug, nada. Like, it's weird and it's bizarre. As far as this bodyguard, I feel like he is more security and was at events that Beyonce was in and probably did see her in the room taking drugs, okay? So yeah. And as far as Renaissance, the album, will you get visuals for that album? I'm hearing a no. Because I just feel like it's a money-making thing. Now, a lot of you will be like, it's a great album. Really? I had 5 songs. Okay, I haven't listened to the whole album. I probably never will because, as I said, energy protection, I'm not going to listen to it. But it's not a great album. Shall I tell you what's a great album? Lemonade. And yeah, okay, it's a new era, but it doesn't sound new. It doesn't sound fresh. It actually sounds very recycled. It doesn't sound very greatly produced. Okay, so will there be visuals for Act 2 and Act 3 of Renaissance? Okay, 4 of Wands reversed. So if this card had come out upright, it would have absolutely been a yes. However, it's come out reversed, which makes me feel like there's been conflict around any kind of visuals coming out for this album. And interestingly, this card actually represents the home. This card represents your home life, your security, your stability of your home. And this coming out reversed just signals that, like, what's going on at home is impacting business. And I'm hearing a no on the visuals for the Renaissance album, Acts 2 and 3. Does Beyonce or someone else use these headlines as a distraction to disguise/hide worldly problems? Now, what I did feel, interestingly, I'm hearing no, but when I saw that she'd broken this record for the Grammys, I feel like, not to discredit her, because the Grammys is rooted in a lot of weird stuff anyway, but that is a distraction. That is absolutely PR. Look what I've done. Oh wow, look, aren't I amazing? But does Beyonce use headlines as a distraction for worldly problems? Interesting. That's interesting. That's a really interesting card to come out there, because Seven of Pentacles is all about creating illusion. It's all about confusion, illusion. There is some kind of PR around it. Like, it's almost like when these things surface, it's an opportunity for her to make money from them. It's an opportunity for her to bounce back from them. But do I feel she puts them out there? No. I don't feel like it's something she does. But she does like the air of illusion and confusion it creates around her, because it does distract from other stuff that is going on in her life. It's like, okay, let them talk about that, then they won't notice this. Let them see the Grammys award win, breaking history, then they won't notice that. It allows illusion to be created around her. So she's not mad at people saying these things about her, because I feel like it allows her to A, create illusion, but also to make money from it. Because, hey, any press is good press, right? That's what they say. So yeah, I don't feel like she puts them out personally, but I feel like she's okay with it. And the last question I got was, I watched a few readings on Beyonce and Jay-Z, and one of the readers I watched said allegedly that Jay-Z puts his hands on Beyonce, and that's why Solange beat him in the elevator. When I heard that in a reading, I was like, damn, that makes so much sense. So could you raise this question to Spirit? Is there any form of domestic violence between Jay-Z and Beyonce? Do I feel like Jay-Z could be aggressive to Beyonce? Do I feel like there's things like holding tight on her hands and things like that? Yes. When we're talking about hitting, and now that is domestic violence, but when we're talking about hitting and slapping, punching, all that thing, no. But do I feel like he is aggressive to her? Do I feel like he's cold towards her? Do I feel like there's manipulation and emotional abuse? I do feel that. I do feel like there's emotional abuse. I feel like he has to hold himself back from physical ways of being. Do I feel like he would want to if he was allowed himself to fully let go? Yes. But let's see what the cards say. Is there physical and domestic violence between? Yeah. Listen, here we go again. Three of Wands, self-expression. Beyonce can't say what she wants to say. She can't speak what she wants to speak. And that's not just in the public eye. That's in her marriage also. She's very silenced. And Beyonce, there is a fire that Jay-Z holds. There is aggression that Jay-Z holds. I feel like if she was to step out of line or anything, he would, put her straight back into her place. But he holds back on the violence towards her. Does he have it in him? Yes. Does he, grab her and things like that? Yeah. I do feel like that is there. But hitting, hitting, I don't feel. And the only reason I don't feel, not because I feel he doesn't want to, or that it's not in him. I feel it's more so because he knows the repercussions that would come from that. He knows that it would get leaked straight away. If Beyonce's leaving the house, even if her makeup artist, even if they saw her with a bruise on her face, it comes with it. But I do feel like grabbing of the arms. Like, I feel grabbing. I feel a lot of grabbing. Like, don't talk to, putting in the place, grabbing of the arms, very aggressive talk, very aggressive tone, very aggressive verbally. And it stunts that self-expression that she has. She can't say what she wants to say because there is fear. I do feel like there is fear. And I feel like, speaking of verbal aggression, I feel like he might make threats, say that again. Say that again to me. I feel like that's very much there. But it's a sad, sad situation. And again, to the beehive, you can say what you want to say, but why are you putting someone who you apparently love and idolise? Why are you putting their reputation over their well-being? That's just a question for you. So, in summary, this Uncle Ron guy, I feel like he knows maybe like a sliver of information, but I feel like he is riding it till the wheels fall off, okay? I feel like he wasn't necessarily her direct bodyguard. I feel like he was a guy that was hired by like an events company or worked for a hotel where a lot of celebrity events took place, and so he was in the same room as celebrities a lot of the time. I don't feel like he ever directly was employed by Beyonce, okay? And so whilst in those rooms, I feel like he saw certain things like drugs being taken, that kind of thing, and he feels like he's got something over her by that. The reality is that if he was to ever come out of it, because people are so deluded around Beyonce, she has them so hypnotised, no one's going to believe him. And I feel like he knows that. And Spirit just keeps saying he's waiting for his check, waiting for his check, waiting for his check. And I feel like give it a few weeks, he'll slow down on the content. He'll stop talking, because I do feel like he will be paid off. And give it, I don't know, a few months, 4 to 6 months, we probably won't hear from him at all. He'll disappear, like most people do. So, that's where we're at with Beyonce. A sad situation. # free Beyonce. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching today, lovelies. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit a lovely thumbs up. Please do join our lovely community by subscribing down below if you haven't already. If you would like your own personal or private reading with me, I do offer those only on my website, which is www.kirstielewisreadings.com. I have to say only because there are scammers out there who pretend to be me, but my website is the only place you can book a reading with me. If you would like to see what goes on outside of this channel, please do follow me over on Instagram at @IamKirstiLewis. And I will see you soon for another reading, lovelies. Bye!